Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Rider Review. We are on now episode number 29. This is episode, I think, 4 or 5, 6. I can't remember if we did it for the preseason or not. But we are back for another episode after a 37-18 win for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, putting them at a good old 4-0 record. They don't ask how, they just ask how many. But honestly, even though it was against Jeremiah Masoli and a little bit of Chase Bryce, I think this was the best game of the season from the Saskatchewan Roughriders so far. And we had our backup quarterback in there, so you know what can you say about that? I guess let's start it off the top. Jake Maier played a decent game. Like I've mentioned before time and time again, I am a big avid fan of Mr. Jack Cohn. I really want to see him get a chance in the CFL, and I think the Riders would be making a mistake letting him have that chance anywhere else. But Jake Maier was able to get us out there and help put up 37 points, do his part. He went 13 of 23 for 170 yards and a touchdown, and that's not bad from a backup guy. There were a few plays where he held onto the ball way too long, and honestly, I think it's because he couldn't find his first read. He's looking for the big play. On that 2-point conversion there, where we tried to go up 24 to, I think it was 10 at the time. He just held onto the ball too long, and he threw the ball up, and when really all he had to do was take off, the end zone was right there. He could have just fell, and he would have been in the end zone. So, you know what? He played okay for being a backup, and you got to respect when a player gets the win. I did comment on the Green Zone Blitz's podcast, their pregame podcast they do, so go head over there and check it out if you guys don't have a pregame podcast you listen to. But yeah, I commented that Maier would throw 2 interceptions in the first half and Cohn would come in. So maybe I was trying to manifest it. Didn't happen. Props to Jake Maier. That's what I'm trying to say. So, our rushing attack was phenomenal. Edulette went for 139 yards on 23 carries and a touchdown. He finally broke 100 yards, which is great. Pretty much a 140-yard game is insane if you think about it. Like that's crazy. And then you got Tommy Stevens going in for 7 for 33 yards. He was stopped on 1. But you know what? Every once in a while it's bound to happen. They still had faith in him, and rightfully so, right? Like Stevens played well. I mean, there's not much to say. And then TBH, Thomas the Tank Engine, 3 carries for 16 yards, 5.3 yards per carry. If you're getting 5.3 yards per carry, you're taking that every time. Like, that's a first down every drive. So, you can't be mad at that. And then, as much as I don't want to talk about it, kind of have to. This is a Rider review. We got to touch on the subjects we don't want to touch on. Keyshawn, 7 targets, only caught 4 of them, dropped 3 passes for 53 yards, didn't score a touchdown. Duncan Busby was 3 of 2, 40 yards, a touchdown, which was insane. Robustelli had a catch, we'll touch on that. Dante Myers had 7 targets, he only had 3 catches. Mitch had 1 for 1. Mitch was the only one at 100%. Maier, well, he may have had a decent game. He could have had a way better game. Had Keyshawn not dropped 2 wide open passes that they weren't necessarily wide open, but they were right in his hands, and he should have had them. And then, Dante Myers, if he would have caught 2 or 3 more of those. There was a lot of drops by this receiving core, and I think, of course, some of it has to do with him staring down one receiver. I think Myers, he was forcing it to Myers, and then I think I counted 2, maybe 3 plays that he was trying to force it to Johnson. But no receivers had over 60 yards, which is, it's not great, but I mean, I'm not going to complain about it, right? We got the win 37-18, right? So, Del Duncan Busby caught a touchdown, and all I have to say is, wow, that was a great play. We right down the seam, he was wide open and put it in the end zone. That's a great touchdown from, I think he's a rookie player. No, second-year player, second-year guy. I don't know where he's from, but it was a great play. And then Joe Robustelli, you can't tell me that guy is not a freak athlete. That catch on the sideline was insane. That is toe tapping at its finest. I believe his grandfather played in the NFL and is a Hall of Fame member. So, the clutch genes are there. That was an insane play. That's, I don't know what else to say about that. And then, the very, very, very positive side of the game, which, I haven't said that yet. This defense, AJ Allen played well. Our defense, it looks like we got, 3 interceptions. Tevaughn is finding his groove in the CFL once again with that interception to end the second half, or first half. That was insane. That's something you love to see, and just a momentum booster going into that second half. How can you not be happy about that? And then, who was it that grabbed that? Antoine Brooks Jr. with his first interception. What an athletic play. That is freakish. That's insane. Right? I think our defense is finally found there. Sorry, my dog is barking in the background. I apologize for that. George, stop, please. I'm trying to do a rider review podcast. These are unedited. I cannot edit this. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. Where was I here? Marcus Sales was in every single play. That was that one huge hit on Butler. Wow. Have yourself a game, Sales. That was crazy. I think this team has finally found it. They found their groove, especially on defense. Well, they're 5 for 5. Had 2 tough games. You know what? It is what it is. He still didn't look happy with the way he was kicking the field goals. So, I mean, take it with a grain of salt. Mario did Mario things. Played phenomenally. You know what? You can't be upset with Mario. Joe Couch had 2 singles, so I'm not going to complain about that either. But as I said, the Saskatchewan Roughriders came away with a 37-18 victory. They're on a bye week, and then hopefully, not hopefully, I believe Trevor Harris is going to be back when the Riders are back playing Calgary in week 6, I think it is. So I will be at that game. If you see me, don't be afraid to come say hi. And we'll see you guys for episode 30 in 2 weeks' time. So comment, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And stream too late. Keep an eye out for new music coming soon. And see you guys next time.